here, you guys know we are talking about Project Runway. I am like I'm not shocked that Joseph went home, but I am like surprised. I thought it will probably be Joanne, not because I felt like she deserved to go home, but just because, you know how sometimes TV can be. But I am happy that Joseph did go home. I personally love Joseph. I think he's a very great designer. I don't think he really needs to show. He's already very well established. If you check him out on Instagram, he's pretty well established. He has his style, he has his identity already. And I think he's going to be fine with or without the show. And he's already been on the show, so now he has like more credibility, not credibility, but he has more exposure per se, and people who really like what he does can actually go out there, find him, and now he has more like exposure. So I think he's going to be fine regardless. But I did want to point out that with Joseph, I do feel like because he's already like so in his style and he already kind of knows who he is as a designer, like I was talking about this with my husband yesterday. I was like, you know, I do feel like he probably could have pushed himself more and maybe tried to like still stay in your identity but just challenge yourself more as a designer. But like I don't know if Joseph would have really taken on that challenge because he's so confident, and as he's already so confident in what he does as a designer. So I feel like it probably was best for him to go home because I feel like he already knows what he's doing. He loves that, he thrives in that, and he wants to do that. I don't think he really wants to be pushed or challenged outside of what he's already doing. Even though I feel like just seeing it from a designer perspective, I feel like he could do some really amazing things with what he already does, but he could kind of not switch it up, but he could probably definitely take it to the next level. But I do feel like this show kind of like yes, it's for designers, but I do feel like it's kind of like for designers that like don't, how can I put this? I kind of feel like it's for designers that are kind of like more so open to like changing things up or being challenged in a different way per se. So I feel like for somebody like Joan, I think I'm so happy that like she was able to really stay and be on the show. Like somebody like Madeline, I feel like this show could really be great for her growth. It's just now yesterday that we're actually finding out that Madeline is actually self-taught. She hasn't actually had like any formal training, which hats off to Madeline, because like to be a self-taught designer, not like have like a lot of super formal training, and to like have the cojones to like go on this show, like hats off to you. Like I'm very impressed. Like I did not know that she was self-taught, but it does make a lot of sense. But, you know, I'm very proud of her that she did go on this show to, like, kind of put herself out there and to really probably challenge her as a designer. I feel like this is the show that could help push her. But I do feel like this show is also for people who know a little bit more about designing and stuff like that and have a lot more experience, especially because you have so many experienced designers coming around from all over the world and who have been doing this for years as well. Like, I can't remember that girl who had... I can't remember her name, but y'all know the girl who had been let go from the show twice on the first episode. I feel like I think she was on the season before last, and she got booted off the first episode, and then she got booted off again this season. I think she is somebody that probably needs to like get more training. Like she actually like, I've said this before, but I feel like you definitely have to probably prep yourself for something like this. You need to have more experience doing certain things and having a lot more technical talent with it. So, yeah. But I don't know if Madeline is going to be here after next week. I really don't know because, I admire what she's doing. I really do. But, I don't know if she's going to be here. I feel like she can only go so far in this competition. But yeah, she can only go so far, I feel. But I do feel like if she did go back and get some type of formal training, or maybe even looked up, there's so many amazing YouTubers who are technically trained, who can actually really teach you a lot of stuff on YouTube. I feel like if she just kind of works on that, she could probably become even better at her construction and her design techniques and all that stuff as well. But yeah, that's just my little 2 cents about who left. But I am super happy that Joan is staying. You know, she is a breast cancer survivor. Like, that is amazing that she has been able to survive that. And the fact that she was supposed to come on the show and then she was not able to go through it the first time, and now she's like coming back and doing it, is like full circle moment. Is such a blessing, and I'm so grateful and so blessed that she was able to be on this show, you know. So I really, really do hope that, you know, she is able to go as far as she possibly can. I am definitely rooting for her to win as well. But she's very talented. But let's go ahead and kind of get into the designs. This week they were supposed to do a companion look for the unconventional look, but they get to use fabric this time. Personally, I feel like the one who did it best, who executed the challenge the best, was VJ, but my favorite was actually Ethan. Like, y'all know I wasn't like a super huge fan of his unconventional look per se, but I loved the companion look that he made, like the butterfly, like the fabric, like just beautiful. I love the little side boob, little peekaboo that he had on the side. Like, he did that dress. That dress was nice. It did not need a scarf. I think the only thing is, like, I'm glad he didn't do black, but I feel like he probably could have done a different color so it kind of like matched more with his unconventional look. But there was a lot going on. I think he had black, he had burgundy, he had yellows, a lot of different colors, both mainly black, but I'm sure he didn't want to go with black. And you can't go with black with an outfit like that because you want to be able to see all the details. So yeah, but VJ did it the best for sure, I would have to say. But we got to talk about this thing. You know, in the words of Joan, a thong is not a fashion moment. It's underwear. And I couldn't agree more. Like, there's nothing cute about being able to see a woman's underwear, especially when she's wearing pants. Like, I don't know what Heidi and Law were talking about. Like, it's a look. Like, one, the bustier, like the corset or whatever he had made for her was ill-fitted. It was like squeezing the crap out of her. And on top of that, you had the see-through pants, which to me, his whole entire look looked very cheap. And then she had the wet hair, and then it's like you had the G-string. Like, there's nothing cute about that look. Like, for me, I just felt it was very tacky. And then, like, he had like some type of overcoat or something on top over it, which we could barely see on camera. It was a hell no for me. And that was what, Antonio, I believe? Yeah, it was Antonio. Like, most of the things he has made, I am not a fan of. Like, if I'm being really honest. Like, but Jesus, he can make some really phenomenal things. He really, really can make some really phenomenal things. But I want to go ahead and probably just go ahead and talk about the looks individually. I'm going to go ahead and start with Yu Chen. Did not like his look. I'm not a fan of Yu Chen's work. You know, I'm sure there's people out there that love his work. Personally, for my own taste, I did not like what he made. To me, it just was like, where are you going? Like, she's wearing the bomber jacket. She has like these knee-high boots, and then she's like wearing some soccer ball underwear, and then she has like some type of cape behind, not cape, but she has like some type of like skirt behind her as well, and then she has the do-rag on. Like, it was giving me confused, you know. Like, I just was not a fan of that look, you know. I was not a fan of Yu Chen's look. But Lania's look, I get that her thing was to like really make a well-fitted outfit for a plus-size girly. I just felt like like, I know they, like, I do hate the fact that they kind of gypped her on the model and all that stuff, but I don't really think you having a different model would have made this look any better. Like, if I am being, like, 100% honest, I love Melania. I'm rooting for her to win also, but I just, you know, the wide shoulder straps, I hated the fabric. The fabric was not very appealing. I know she was trying to match what she had with the other outfit. But the ruffle and like even the way the skirt kind of started, like the placement of it, it kind of like starts like up here and then goes down and covers like her tummy completely. Like the way that the fabric is kind of draped on, it really did look like a bathing suit with a sari on top. Like I kind of agreed with Law with that. But like as a dress, it just was, I don't think it would have been super flattering for a plus size woman. I don't think it was horrible. I think it was pretty decent, but it wasn't like, oh my god, this is phenomenal. But I do think that she kind of had difficulty already because of her unconventional look. Like you had like this sporty thing with like this like fluorescent fabric, this fluorescent, I can't remember what material she used, but it was kind of like some fluorescent thing that she made with athleisure. It was like shorts, and then she had like the little crop top of the jacket. So you're trying to kind of make it all make sense, but it really was not giving what it was supposed to give, and I hate that. I hate that for Belani. I really, really do. But yeah, it was not her best work. Madeline, she also had a hard time because of her conventional look. I'm sure these people were not thinking, oh, I'm going to sit here and make a companion look for my conventional look. If they had thought that, they probably would have done something else with the unconventional look. So those two, I just felt like from the gate they were going to have a hard time anyway trying to make a companion look, because their unconventional looks weren't like awesome. Yu Chen, I mean, he won, but like I don't know what the brother was doing. But you know, I did like that Madeline, she kind of altered what she was doing, like, because in the beginning she had like these, I guess what she called the dirty pigeon sleeves or something, and then she ended up doing it for the top. Like she, instead of doing it for the sleeve, she did it for the top. I do feel like it made it look a little bit better, but because of her unconventional look, it's kind of hard to kind of make an outfit for that look that she had, because it already was not that great. So I was just like, I don't know, I'm not really a fan of the things that Madeline has been making. I feel like some of her clothes are kind of sad. They are kind of sad, unfortunately. But I feel like she could do something better, but I think she has to believe in herself and really just go for what she likes to do. But like, don't second guess yourself so much, you know, and maybe try to do something different, and don't be so flustered by what is happening in the competition. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just felt like it was not a very good look. I was not a fan of Madeline's look, but I do appreciate that her and Belania both tried to work with what they had. But I was not super shocked that they were at the bottom. Y'all already know how I feel about Antonio's look, so I'm not even gonna get back into that one. But I do want to talk about Jesus. Jesus really did a really good thing. But I do want to talk about Nina's thing about plagiarism. I'm like, girl, did you stretch before you reached that far? Like, it was just plagiarism. Does Ethan own red stripes? Like, I did not look at that. I mean, I know they don't have any preview of what the designers are doing, but I did not look at the red stripe and think Ethan. Like, Ethan's athletic jumpsuit was not so memorable that I was just like, oh my god, red stripe, plagiarism. He has the same red stripe. Like, he doesn't own red stripes. I mean, I think it's Adidas that has the 3 white stripes. Yeah, I can say they own it. They own those type of stripes. But I don't, to say that Ethan, like him doing a single red stripe is plagiarism, like that was a serious reach, like for real. So no, but I felt like Jesus executed beautifully. The only thing I did not get was the little blonde track taped to her forehead. I did not get that one at all. But it was beautifully executed, really great construction work. I love what he did with the sleeves. He really made it all tie in together beautifully. But yeah, they were, and then also I think I talked to you guys about Ethan's. I loved Ethan's look. It was gorgeous. He ate that down, but I think he only did the scarf just so that he can kind of like make it make sense with his other conventional look. But you know, like I said, the color, he probably should have chosen a different color. He probably could have done like a burgundy and did like a lot of black accessories or something, or maybe even did something with the hair so it kind of matched together. But like with the hip padding and all that, because the other outfit also had a lot of hip and stuff, and it was kind of like short but not too short. Like, I felt like he did this really well. He really executed it well. But I know he was just trying to tie it together with that scarf. But I think that was, oh yeah, VJ. Oh, yeah, of course I talk about Joan. Totally forgot about Joan. Um, I know she was trying to redeem herself from last week, which I'm happy she was safe, but I do feel like her suit did not match with her outfit. And I personally did not think that her unconventional look was that bad. I feel like it was bad color choice, but I did not think it was that bad. I didn't think it deserved to be in the bottom. I felt like Madeline deserved to be in the bottom last week. But I did love her suit. I do wish that, I don't think she had time to do a corset because it did not look like this had a corset at all. But yeah, I would have loved if somehow, some way she would have made this look more like her unconventional look. But she can totally do some serious tailoring. And I love the suit. It looks very well made, very well constructed. But yeah, and then VJ, I thought VJ definitely did it the best because it had the corset and it had that lace look. And then it was like, kind of like evening wear. Like you have the bodysuit, the bodysuit fit her very well, and then also the unconventional look also fit the other model very well. So he's very good at evening. I think he does bridal. I think they do bridal wear. Sorry for the pronouns. I'm not exactly sure what they go by, so I'm just gonna say they. But yeah, I think they did a really good job with the lace and the boning. I thought that was very well executed, so I can't see why he won. I think he did the challenge the best, but I loved Ethan's look better. Personally, that Ethan's look was my favorite. But I think that was everybody. But I mean, like, who do y'all think is going to go home next week? I just have a sneaky suspicion that it's going to be either Melania. No, I don't really think they want to send Melania home. I don't think they really do. I think they're really having a really hard time sending Melania home. But I do agree with Nina. Like, how has Antonio made it this far? Am I the only one wondering that? Or, I don't know. But I think it might be Antonio or Madeline. I think it might be more so Madeline. Because she hasn't done anything like super amazing since she's been on there. I'm trying to think if Antonio has done anything super amazing on there. I don't really know. I really can't put my money on it because I thought they were going to send Joan home. But I was happy they sent Joseph home because, like I said last week, I preferred that Joseph go home because it doesn't seem like he wants to be kind of pushed out of the lane that he's in already. But I was happy that they made the right choice and sent Joseph home. But Joseph is going to be just fine. That man is well established. He's a great designer. He has his identity. A lot of people are still looking for their identity as designers. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But when you already know your identity and you're confident in it, like, there's not a lot of wiggle room for you to, like, have somebody tell you that, oh, you need to do something else. Like, what? I've taken all this time, all these years to find my identity, and now you're trying to tell me that I need to do something different? No, I don't think so. Like, so I get it, but yeah, I do believe that Antonio or Madeline will be going home. But then again, the reason why I don't think Antonio will go home is because 2 people out of the 4 people liked Antonio's tacky look. But 4 people across the board kind of disliked Madeline's look. And 4 people kind of disliked Melania's look too, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, I don't know. My money will be on Madeline per se, but I don't know. But you guys let me know what you guys think down below. And I will see you guys next week Friday to talk about the next episode of Project Runway. Bye!